The resistance, because I don't know if you know this, now the resistance is actually the problem. The resistance led by Alex Jones and the Legion. V for victory! So the resistance is the problem. The resistance is attacking the Skynet signal. And now the resistance is now the system, and the system is now the resistance. It's part of that cycle. We must fight the system that we created in order to have a revolution so that things can go right back to the way they were. That makes sense, right? Because that's pretty much what happens when they have these stupid revolutions. What I see being done to us is they're trying to move us towards revolution. Okay, R is the beast, 666, which is nothing evil. It's not, Lucifer, Satan, all that other shite we've been programmed with. What we're trying to be driven to by the programs that are running right now via the alternative and mainstream media is revolution. You can't save the human race, but you can save yourself. And that's all that matters. If you save yourself during this time, that's all that matters. Now, the conditioning machine, the programming machine has been giving us all this crap programming via Hollywood, the Matrix and the Terminator series, which allegedly, from what I read, were basically the same story stolen and given two different twists. Screw all these forecasts, all right? Screw that nonsense talk about transhumanism and all that. Transhumanism is already here. It's not a thing of the future, okay? There's no melding of man and machine which is coming in the future. Maybe. There might be. Who knows? But what's the point of melding man with machine when you can just make man into machine? Are we so dunce that we can't see that? Look at the people around you. They are already machine. What's the point of putting a microchip in them? They're already machines. Most of us are already machines. Why chip us? We already do exactly what we're programmed to. You just put a neurolinguistic program into us and we do exactly, predictably, which is exactly what this truth movement did. Exactly what this truth movement did. Program installed, program runs, and then we take that program and we use it as self-expression. There's a war taking place today. There's a war taking place between man and machine. And those of you who are crying to me, those of you who are saying how difficult life is, that's because you're human. And the war against machines is not going well. Because the machines, the zombies, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter, is being lost. And more people are becoming machine-like, zombie-like every day. And of course the program is to make them think that they're others, not them. It's not you that's a machine. It's somebody else. Even though you're following a program and doing exactly what your master's programmed you to do. There's a war taking place today. There's a war taking place between man and machine. And those of you who are crying to me, those of you who are saying how difficult life is, that's because you're human. And the war against machines is not going well. Because the machines, the zombies, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter, is being lost. And more people are becoming machine-like, zombie-like every day. And of course the program is to make them think that they're others, not them. It's not you that's a machine. It's somebody else. Even though you're following a program and doing exactly what your master's programmed you to do. This show is the front lines in this war against the machines. But I'm not telling you to fight, okay? Because fighting isn't going to help. I'm telling you to be yourself whatever happens. And that is the important thing, is this great schism, this arc is coming. I'm building the arc. Okay, so you can call it a proverbial front line, but the solution is not to fight, because you can't fight the system. To fight this system, you have to become part of it. Your soul is your self-expression. You have to hold on to it, whatever the cost. Organizing against the system is not a threat to the system. Fighting the system is not a threat to the system. Do you want to know what the biggest threat to the system is? And I honestly believe this. Being. To be yourself and not give in to the collective. To retain your individuality despite the pressure, which is going to get worse and worse and worse, to join the collective. Because at least Jesus was an individual. The Christians were just like cult followers, like zombie followers of this truth cult that's developed now. Divorce yourself from it. I've already talked about it. Divorce yourself from that crap. Screw this stupid idea of implants, transhumanism, as these morons are talking about in conspiracy radio. All right? That's meaningless. Transhumanism is already here. We are already involved in a war with the machines. And those of you who are feeling it, those of you who are feeling pain, those of you who cried to me, yeah, whether you know it or not, you're fighting the struggle. And the struggle is to retain your soul and keep your soul alive, because you don't want to let that go. When we bought into this movement, we were very stupid, because this was all programmed. This was thought out by people much smarter than us.